Good morning, my name is Ellie White, and I'm here with extremely urgent information. I encourage you to download this on your computer and to copy it over and give it to as many people as you can. Tweet it to every single one of your people. Put it on your Facebook front page. Put it on the front page of every single one of your friends, no matter what your social media is, so that we can exponentially get this media out quicker. This is a tape, allegedly, of Obama giving instructions to our American people, declaring to them that Russia has bombed us. Now, keep in mind that this tape was made approximately back in February, and we played it to you then, and it disappeared, and we've come up with another copy of that, and people, get this out to as many people as you can quickly. I'll leave this up to you to listen to the voice on the second half of this tape, where Obama enters and starts explaining to the American people how to wait for the medicine and food that's coming, and pay special attention to the places where he says things like explaining why NATO soldiers are here, and that our roads are all torn up and bombed, and that, oh, you're just such strong American people and we'll get to you eventually. Keep in mind this thought on the video, and we'll hear the rest of it in just a moment. Here we go.
Since that time, now the measure has been virtually ignored by the mainstream media. Now, the order essentially gives the President of the United States absolute power over any and all American resources during both times of peace and national crisis. Now, this includes, but is not limited to, food and livestock, water, plants, energy, health resources, transportation, and construction materials, and gives the government the ability.
And they're talking about your resources to the preppers. They're going to take not only giant farms and corporate farms, but the food in your very cupboards. Listen further to this.
Quote, control the general distribution of any material, including applicable services, in the civilian market. Now, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney laughed off a question about the document at today's briefing. Let's take a look. Some online commentary suggests that this gives the executive branch power to allocate energy, food, water in either peacetime or wartime. And there are some conservative blogs that are pushing the notion that this suggests the White House is preparing for a war with Iran. Can you explain what this executive order was?
Well, I cannot explain that reaction to it. I think it was a fairly standard and routine piece of business.
There you have it. Executive Order 136903, which takes possession of anything that the government wants, whether it's in peacetime or wartime. And this is referring to all your stocks, all your food in your refrigerator, your freezer, your ammunition that's stored in your closet, all of that they're planning on taking. And this also makes a more specific clause further down in the same executive order, which speaks to, as he says, all civilian assets. And that means they can take you for slave labor. Let's give a listen to the rest of this, and then you'll hear Obama enter and tell us that we are now recovering from war and that we have been bombed by Russia.
Everybody's laughing about this executive order. In fact, some have suggested this would give the President of the United States the authority to declare basically martial law during times of peace. And to be sure, this is simply the latest string of actions taken by the administration that ignore the basic principles of our Constitution.
Good afternoon, everybody. So the government is working under extraordinarily difficult conditions. Many communications are down and many people remain unaccounted for. The scale of devastation is extraordinary, as I think all of us are seeing on television, and the losses are heartbreaking. I pledged America's continued commitment to save lives and deliver relief, and in the long-term effort to rebuild, that it is absolutely essential that these efforts are well coordinated with the United Nations, which continues to play an essential role, and with the many...
When he refers to United Nations, you'll hear him mention a little bit later on about the NATO soldiers that never went home after after the last couple elections as watchers of the election.
International partners and aid organizations that are now on the ground. Search and rescue efforts continue to work, pulling people out of the rubble, often under extraordinarily difficult circumstances. Food, water, and medicine continues to arrive along with doctors and aid workers. The entire world stands with the government and the people. We all see the common humanity that we share.
Now again, this is allegedly Obama's voice. For some reason, it's decided to reload in the middle. We're having tremendous difficulties with everything, both in TV, satellite, and computers today. Definitely a lot of funny business going on out there, and we don't know.
Essential role, and with the many international partners and aid organizations that are now on the ground. Search and rescue efforts continue to work, pulling people out of the rubble, often under extraordinarily difficult circumstances. Food, water, and medicine continues to arrive along with doctors and aid workers. The entire world stands with the government and the people. We all see the common humanity that we share. And as the international community continues to respond, I do believe that America has a continued responsibility to act. Our nation has a unique capacity to reach out quickly and broadly and to deliver assistance that can save lives. That responsibility obviously is magnified when the devastation that's been suffered is so near to us. It's characteristic of the American people to help others in time of such severe need. That's the spirit that we will need to sustain this effort as it goes forward. There are going to be many difficult days ahead. So many people are in need of assistance, and the roads are damaged. Food is scarce, and so is water. It will take time to establish distribution points so that we can ensure that resources are delivered safely and effectively.
I don't know why, but this video is deciding to reload again in the middle. We're having a lot of interference as we're trying to get this to you today. Please say prayers for all of us as we try to get this information out to you. I'm sure this will come on as soon as it begins reloading again.
The entire
Okay, let's see what we can do to enhance this. Not wanting to play. Very interesting. Well, I'm sure that you got most of what his tape is. It goes on to discuss that the interviewers at the end of this talk about how I wish this would play. We've had such difficulty with it all day today. They discuss how Obama says in further revelations that Manhattan was bombed and that it was bombed by the Russians, and we know that absolutely this is not true. Please take a listen and get this out to everyone that you can. The importance of it is to get this to everybody. I'm going to try to reset this and see if we can get you a full version of it in just a moment here. And if you'd like to help with this, with our ministry, please send me a note to buffalostudy@yahoo.com, or any assistance that you can come up with would greatly be appreciated. And that's PayPal/buffalostudy@yahoo.com, or P.O. Box 31, Big Bear Lake, California. Thank you so much. And we'll all see you in heaven. Make sure that you pray and repent and are being able to get this out to as many people as possible. It's what's going to keep us safe during this time of false flags.